lagging or what have you. Okay. So I have not been around. I wasn't last night, and I'm not going to be around tonight, which means we're just going to have to miss tonight. Okay. So, but I just saw this and I was like, no, I'm going to actually have a wee chat and tell you that there's no cause for alarm. I'm just not around. So I didn't set up properly. Okay, hang on. So, Buhari is asking for forgiveness. I have the video. It would have been so kind if I probably run it properly, right? But don't worry. I'll be back fully tomorrow. And then we can have our proper presentation. But this afternoon, I will read your comment normally because I'm doing this on my phone. Okay. But for the fact that you've missed me and I've missed you too. All right. So let's just enjoy the few minutes, maybe half an hour or so. Okay. But have you seen the news? Have you seen the video where Buhari is asking for forgiveness? That we are all humans. Have you seen that? You know, normally I have not been a believer in karma. You know what I mean? Like people who believe that all of these people that they will meet their own Waterloo because of the bad things they have done, or the ones they have managed to sweep under the carpet. And some people believe that when they can't get them, one day karma will catch up with them. But usually these bad people, they will live a kind of a normal life. Oh. Are you with me? Because they must have amassed so much money. They must have the best of the best doctors. They will have access to the best things that the people they have done horrible things to won't have access to. So Buhari knows what they have done. Femi Adesina said he has packed his bags. They are just counting days. And he also said, that is Buhari now. Buhari said that he has done his best for Nigeria. And this, your 2023 charade, is the best election ever in Nigeria history. So therefore, he is just walking away. Nobody should call him, asking for any question. And if you're troubled too much, he will go back to his country, Niger Republic. Nigeria is at the verge of collapsing. But in the world of the like of a Buhari and gang, it is a different world entirely. I listened to the entire video. Some people will be like, Maiyegun, I don't want to listen to this video, Jari. Remove this video. But some of the times, you just listen to hear all the badadash they have to say. I know. No, my camera is stable, but the quality of the video is not going to be your regular quality, okay? You know that quality where it comes in 4K. That is the proper setup. I am using my phone right now. Please, just kind of indulge me and deal with me. It's impromptu. You didn't see me yesterday. You're not going to see me tonight. That's like 2 straight days. But the reason why you are watching this video is just so you know, few things going on. More or less like people being mocked. Yeah, I'm sorry. The reason is because I think it's because of the light. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reduce the light and see if that stops the blinking. Let me know. I know the quality is not going to be that sharp if you are watching on a big screen, okay? But if the light is too much for the phone to handle, you know what I mean? Like absorb. So let me know. Yeah? Because the blinking is not because the device is shaking. The blinking is probably coming from the reflex of the lights, the studio light. So tell me, is it still blinking on your screen? It's oh, it's flickering. Yeah, I think it's the light. It's the light. I'm so sorry. And if I should take them off, it's gonna be darker. Okay. Okay, let's find a sort of an angle. I want you to let me know if the blinking is not that blinking too. Somebody is seeing that break. I mean, great. It's, well, I don't know. It is still doing so. A bit better, but it's shadowy. Huh? Sorry, guys. I know I will continue. Don't worry. This is one off. Okay, yeah, it's one off. Usually it doesn't happen this way. I know. Anyway, so if it is still blinking, I'm so sorry for the people with I'm so sorry that this is going to kind of mess up your site and all that. No, I don't like that because I'm going to be reading the comments. So if you tell me it is getting worse, then I'm going to change it. Give me a second. So I'm going to try and see if that makes any difference. I'm sorry if this is dragging on, okay? But let me know if it's a bit better. Yeah. Is that? No? Yeah, good afternoon, Kenny. Over. A little bit, yeah? Okay. It's about the voice. All right. Now, Bokwari and gang. Sorry about that if it's still kind of blinking. Okay, don't worry. Probably will get better. Okay, just my face, my voice. That's all we need. Abi? As long as the voice is uninterrupted. Right. So I missed you. You missed me. I missed you too. But the gist here is this. Even though I may not be able to give you all of the details like normally we do, right? But in the last 48 hours, among other things that kind of catch my attention in their news circle is the fact that they know there is a problem. They know that Nigeria is fledging at this fledging state. However, they also want to pretty much like, if you see Buhari and gang, they kind of want to, they are counting their days. And one way or the other, for the ones you have seen in public or for the ones you haven't seen in public, or for the ones you have seen in public, they are doing everything, right, to secure a kind of agreement or assurance that this whole mess that Kolu and gang are about to inherit as well, they will have nothing to do with him and everything that is associated with him. So on a bigger scale, it is now like, okay, after all said and done, the whole mess up, the people that died and still dying, the impoverished country and people, the indebted people and generations to come. Listen, whatever we might have done, just see it as us, just kind of human. We are humans. But Buhari knows. In case if you have, in case some of you feel like, it's human as well. Let's just forgive and move on. As you do say right now, let's move on and move on. Buhari and gang, they belong to jail. Chembo. Anyone associated with, from Buhari to Oshibajo, to Gbajabiamole, to Lawani, every person associated with Buhari committed treason, financial treason, armed struggle, armed treason. Are you with me? What do you call it? The destruction of the Nigerian image internationally, treason, conspiracy treason. So many treasons committed against Nigerians. Immediately, they no longer have that cover. If Nigeria is a real place, so Buhari should be in handcuffs. Are you with me? When they handcuff his hands and his legs, Oshibajo, they should handcuff his hands, his legs, and possibly put a face mask on him. Yes, it is live, and it's unusual. Somebody is asking if this is live. It is. But you know, Maiyegun won't really do it this way. I'm using my phone. Okay? APC, Egbekegbe, committed the worst crime against Nigerians. Do not forget that. And karma is not going to deal with that. Justice is what will actually heal Nigeria. If anybody is interested in healing Nigeria, justice, when people are held responsible for their actions. Starting from Buhari, let me give you, in case if you have forgotten, let's start from 2015 to 2023. Where was Nigeria in 2015? Where is Nigeria now in 2023? By the time you begin to dissect them one by one, you will see the crimes that Buhari committed against Nigeria. The crimes that he committed against Northerners, he committed against Westerners, he committed against Easterners, he committed against Christians, he did against Muslims, he committed against every ethnic nationality in Nigeria, including the Fulanis themselves. Buhari sets the Fulanis up in Nigeria by his own self-imposed impunity. Impunity that's the rest of a country of over 200 ethnic nationalities, with over 500 different languages. So Buhari came and he showed to all Nigerians that the Fulani elites are special, especially the Fulani terrorists. He did this for 8 years. People were murdered. People were jailed. People were exiled because they reported the truth. He showed this up that today, the rest of Nigeria are now kind of livid of the Fulanis. But guess what? When these criminals are destroying Nigeria, the Fulanis in Nigeria are also suffering and they are facing the same problem. But guess what? The problem, the Buhari's government wasn't interested in actually caring for the people they claim to be representing, the ones that they said are supreme, but they gave immunity. Why the Fulanis are struggling and suffering like the rest of Nigerians? The Fulani terrorists who are kidnapping and killing people are getting immunity from their Fulani elites in government. Today, Fulani this, Fulani that, Fulani this, Fulani that. But guess what? The Fulanis themselves have now seen themselves as endangered people in Nigeria. Now, when they have no power, what will happen to the Fulanis in Nigeria? The 8 years of Buhari, the Fulanis also saw Shege. I just thought I should remind you. Just same way I said it on my TikTok earlier. I said, when they promote religion, tribe, and the rest of that, when you look deeper, and all of you will fall for them, I mean, you cannot insult Yorubas like that because somebody says something about Tinubu. But those who are representing Yoruba land, who are Yorubas, they have been insulting Yorubas for the past 24 years of democracy. You know why? When Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world, millions of people living in poverty, millions of young people who have no jobs, millions of elderly people who are living in poverty, unpaid pensioners, undeveloped infrastructures. The people in charge of Yoruba land for the past 24 years have been Yorubas, at least 99% Yorubas. Now, the Yorubas are also sharing in the numbers of the poor people in Nigeria. We are sharing in the, in the number of people who are suffering, epileptic power supply. We are suffering, just like the rest of Nigeria. We are suffering from kidnappers, suffering from Fulani terrorists as well. Everyone is suffering from everything APC offered in 8 years. But the Yorubas who are in the system as well, what would you say they have done for Yorubas in 24 years that actually made us different from others in the scheme of things? So, but when it is easier and convenient for them, they want to play that tribal card and you will fall for it. But when you look at the bigger picture, you will realize that all of us, every one of us, including those of you who feels like you have this born to rule mentality, in fact, you make yourself feel like you are part of the team. That is where the problem is. Because the truth of the matter is this: whether they are Fulani, whether they are Hausa, whether they are Igbo, Yoruba, Ijo, whether they were Christians or they are Muslims, whatever they presented themselves as, they are not what they say they are. But they needed you. They needed that ticket. I'm a Yoruba man, I'm fighting for Yoruba people. 24 years they have been, all of them have been fighting for Yoruba people. Yorubas have no electricity. We have no good roads. We have no real hospitals. We have no real schools, right? Education system is in shambles. Our youth who manage to get this education, right, have no real job. We are actually populating, but we are not progressing. Yet, when it is convenient for the criminal politicians, they will tell you, you need to fight for Yoruba. You need to fight for Igbo. You need to fight for the interests of Ijo. You are just their meal ticket. And that's more reason why I don't really believe in karma. Do you get that? You are just their meal ticket. When you fall for that, but when you look at the bigger picture, you realize is that they don't even, they just kind of want to make you feel like you are part of the team. Look at you. Everybody is wearing blue. You said they wear blue. You think say you be part of the team? They say they fight for blue. You said they say they fight for blue. Anybody that try to fight with blue, I will fight them with everything. You actually think you are part of it. That's exactly the way I see some of you who are easily swayed because they are talking about a politician or politicians which come from every part of Nigeria. And what you could pick out of it is because he is a Christian. That's why they are criticizing him. Oh, he's a Muslim. That is why they don't like him. Oh, he's from the north. That is why they despise him. It's because he's a Yoruba man. That is why they don't like him. You are believing in all of that because you are helping them build their meal tickets. You are not part of the team. You are not in their book. There is no plan for you. If you don't believe me, Buhari is an example. Buhari failed, so you can no longer blame me. I know he's blinking, sorry. We have been managing it. I'm using my phone. Ventura. So, Buhari is a very good example that when they tell you that you are a Yoruba man and Tinubu is a Yoruba man, so anybody that is criticizing him is doing so because they don't like Yorubas. You are thinking you are part of the team. That was what they said about Buhari. 8 years of Buhari. You don't like him because he's a Fulani. Because he's from the north. Why don't you just say the truth that you don't like him? Because this is a total failure. A big one. an incompetent chancer. At a time you will think he is giving Fulani or is giving the North any special privilege. Absolute shite. He didn't even have any privilege to give to anybody but the people within their circle. Everyone within Bokwari's circle became billionaire. Even a young boy who just turned there, who is probably not even up to 30, Tunde Sabiu, is a billionaire. But let's go back to Daura. The insecurity in Nigeria that everyone is being kind of feeling the bite and the pang for, is biting his own people in his own town. Somebody that is in charge. So you won't think that maybe he's giving some people special privilege because they are Fulanis or because they are his people. They don't give a damn about anybody. Absolute nada. Now they think say you be part of the team because you share the same thing, the same tribe, the same ethnic, the same religion and other things they used to deceive you. They kidnapped the Bale of Daura, the level of insecurity all over Nigeria. When they came, the person who is the head of the entire Daura community, he was kidnapped. They have been kidnapping, so say that this government of Katsina State, where Bokwari come from, they had to go and pay 500 million naira to terrorists, the leader of the terrorists, so that they can stop kidnapping people. That's somebody who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Nigeria. So somebody tells you that all you need is your man. I mean, how can I see a Yoruba man and go and follow a Igbo man? How can I see an Igbo man and go and follow a Fulani man? How can I see a Fulani man and follow a Kanuri man? And every other thing that a lot of you are actually hanging on to. You are not part of the team. Una just try to put on the same color, the same thing, thinking you are fighting for something similar. No, you are not. And the earlier you know, the better. So Bokwari is coming out now to say, you know what? That in a democracy, I sent DSS to go and bombard the houses of the judges in Nigeria that I feel like they are not going to cooperate with me and all of that. Well, if I did that to kind of rubbish the judiciary, I'm sorry. I'm just being human. Okay. So if I promoted what's that guy's name again? Buratai the Butcher. You know Buratai the Butcher? The one that killed over 2,000 Nigerians because they are Shiites. Remember? So the Bokwari rewarded him with a lot of stolen money from the military, from the defense budget. And he rewarded him with ambassadorial position. He sent him to Benin Republic as an ambassador. That's a reward for killing 2,000 Nigerians. It didn't stop there. Buratai the Butcher alone. He were in that same Abuja, in broad daylight to Abuja, the capital of Nigeria. They slaughtered more than 75 Shiites in that same Abuja because they were protesting for the release of their leader. Remember that time? That he did all of that is not. That Bokwari coordinated for 8 years, coordinated the systemic genocide in eastern Nigeria, where soldiers are walking into people's homes and they are slaughtering people, burning down their properties, because they are suspected to be supporting IPOB. Even though under this same Buhari APC, where injustice sharing, under the same Buhari APC, Egbekegbe, the terrorist government that is tagging other freedom fighters as terrorists, they took the same IPOB to court. I don't know, maybe some of you even remember that. Do you remember that? That Nigeria and IPOB, they went to court about 7 years ago. And from that court, court now told Nigeria that IPOB have the right for what they are doing, peaceful demonstration, peaceful gathering, and self-determination. Do you know that there is actually a court judgment for that? I know you don't care. A lot of you don't really care. And that is how they get you. Okay? They appeal to your fear. Sure you get. Boko Haram and gang, they did that very well. They appeal to your fear. See all these Shiite, oh. Look at all of them. They say they are dangerous, oh. They say they want to be Boko Haram, oh. Hey, we don't want another Boko Haram, oh. Government should do something, oh. So government started killing them to justify it. They too, why are they always like, are they the only religion? They haven't done anything, no. They didn't do anything, no. They just told you that look at them. They are likely going to be Boko Haram. And what do you see? We don't want Boko Haram. Oh, Buhari should deal with them. And they killed over 2,000 of them. Some of you don't even care. Some of you don't even see it as injustice because they are Shiites. Some Shiites all over the world, they are very dangerous too, Abi. They told you that to justify killing people. They didn't do anything. They didn't commit any crime. IPOB didn't commit any crime. But they told you, if we don't stop all these things now, they are going to turn Eastern Nigeria to terrorists there like Boko Haram. You didn't even care. People living in Eastern Nigeria at the time, IPOB members, old and young, they were everywhere. It was like free, no intimidation, no threats from anybody. I saw I reported them all the time at the time. But when they brought their propaganda, when they were ready, a systemic ethnic cleansing, systemic genocide, it came with all the propaganda that they needed. Even when Hopeless Uzodijo came out and said, if anybody think all this insecurity in Eastern Nigeria, especially Imo State, is done by IPOB, they are lying to you because this is a political crisis in Eastern Nigeria. But that didn't sell with some of you. Till today, it's still not selling. Because Nnamdi Kanu promised war. He said this. He said he was shaking the corn. Nobody will listen to that. Because they killed people. Buratai the butcher. They have killed thousands of people. Innocent people. They were burning properties, burning businesses in Eastern Nigeria. And their media are ready to tell you what you want to hear. I don't know if some of you still remember that after kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu and they took him to Nigeria, he has defeated Nigeria in their own court 4 times. 4 times there. The last one they are waiting for, they begged the appeal court, if you remember. They said the appeal court should please let them go to Supreme Court so that Supreme Court can do this before they can obey the appeal court. You remember? Some of you even wanted him not to be released. He's working for APC. They want to release him to fight Obi. You have no idea how systemic profiling works, do you? A lot of you don't. Except when it affects you. Here you get. Lock him up there. He should be killed. Look at all these unknown gunmen. They gave their own armed political thugs. They gave them name. Unknown gunmen. Abba. Like joke. It became a thing among you. They created that diversion. But in your mind, unknown gunmen must be IPOB, isn't it? That's how systemic things work. That's how they set you up. They will let you ignore the facts, and you will begin to follow the alternative reality you have created. Justice. Injustice is what is causing all this. Killer, catch him. They won't even ask what you did. By the time you are dead, they say, what did you do? They say, I don't know. I just hear somebody say, catch him. That's why I say, no, catch him. So you don't know what to do. I don't know. Maybe he's a thief. He must be a thief. Maybe he's a thief. Everybody will be like, oh yeah, they say he's a thief. They say he's a thief. Then by the time the message go on, they say, they have killed a thief. They have killed a thief. That's what Nigeria is. A mob way. Until it happens to you. Okay? It is not happening. Do you understand? I remember how it is, and I remember your fear till today. I remember those who took the advantage of what the Nigeria actually wanted to happen. You know, when you want people to be seen as violence, and they are not being as violent, and they are not showing the violent side you want them to show, you could get some people to do that, including getting some people on social media to give them life and make it sound like the purpose is for the same thing. You are now targeting the original group. All of these are called states, kind of state-sponsored, to further entrench the injustice, right? And Buhari did that just yesterday or so, or 2 days ago. They were still in eastern Nigeria. Soldiers were burning down properties. So the person behind all those killings, the Pabambari, the big one, the biggest, and SARS came. It's not that only, I mean, it's not just at Toge they killed people. They killed people across Nigeria. It was a bloody 3 weeks in Nigeria, where over 1,000 people were slaughtered across Nigeria because of NSASO. But that narrative is going to sound exaggerated to some of you right now. But I thought this is only it was a coordinated killings. As they were killing people in Lagos, they were killing people in Kano. They were killing people in Abuja. They killed people in Enugu. They killed people in Ibadan. They killed people in Ogun. They killed people all over Ebonyi, River State, everywhere. Serious killings. And even when the whole protest ended, weeks after that, a new vista of state-sponsor, massacre started in River State. They went to Obigbo. They declared curfew in Obigbo. Nigerian army, they declared curfew and started going into people's homes, started shooting and killing them. No joke, is on record. We're a wiki under Buhari. So what did Deborah Tai the Butcher get? He got promoted. He became an ambassador. At a point, he wanted to become the governor of Borno State also. Where did he come from? Borno. Under Buhari. Death, poverty, and misery, corruption, terrorism, and all this are the legacy of Buhari. But he's not going to be held responsible. A lot of you are waiting for karma. Karma. Now, weak people's weapon. Sure, you get people who can't fight back, and you know that these people are, put it this way, like, something that you say is bigger than me. I can't really fight it. And we just hope that karma will catch up with him or catch up with them and all that stuff. But in Nigeria, karma, no day. That's why I say it's for the weak. Even though Nemesis is kind of all right. Nemesis is when, after all they have done, when they want to retire quietly back to their loot and a private, comfortable life, you know what I mean? Life of a luxury and all that, the one they didn't give to you. Now, Nemesis can pop up. Nemesis, like when they are denied access to those luxury. When you prepare yourself like you've done everything and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Okay? You have the clout, all that stuff, and you are not prepared that it's going to be taken away from you. So Nemesis can catch up with them when something will happen and they will lose everything. They will become vulnerable and experience exactly what they actually put you through. And that is also a reality. So Buhari is saying that you should get yourselves ready for Tinubu. I know they can't celebrate, I told you. They are the only people who win election who can celebrate. I was saying something earlier today. I said, look at 2007, when Maurice Iwu conducted what was considered as the worst election in Nigeria. And that election produced Yaradua. Now, Yaradua publicly said the election that brought him in was flawed, and therefore he would do his best to kind of make a difference and all that. But that's a story for another time. But there's something I want to point out. For 8 years, if you have observed how APC, Egbekegbe, operates, they don't take responsibilities for anything. They have blamed everyone for why Nigeria is what it is. They've blamed God, they've blamed the evil people, they've blamed the Nigeria, they've blamed you, they've blamed the youth, you are lazy youth, they've blamed the religion, they've blamed everyone but themselves. Then after agreeing that things have gone like worse, then they would now pop up what is like, if not for them, it would have been more like terrible than this. So no matter how bad Nigeria is, how you think it is right now, you should be grateful to them that if APC no come, if Buhari no be your president, now only God know what you going to talk right now about Nigeria. That is another, a sort of a mental disorder that APC suffers from and everybody around them. Do you get that now? A kind of a personality disorder, where they live in an alternative reality. And if you disagree with that, then you have a problem. Now you get problem, no be them. Because they'll begin to tell you that if not because of Buhari, no matter what it is right now, no matter how bad you think Nigeria is right now, you may not know this. But if not for Buhari, according to this IGIS, things would have gone even worse. Maybe by now, a petrol in Nigeria, a liter of petrol will be like maybe 2,000 naira, if not for Buhari. That's what they tell themselves. So, okay? That if not for Buhari, you probably would have started exchanging the naira to a dollar for probably 1,000, 5,000 naira. But it was because of Buhari, that's why you are exchanging it for 770 naira. So how do you comprehend this? 4 million businesses shut down in Nigeria in 8 years. 2 million shut down in a space of just 2 years alone. Nigeria has currently over 43% unemployed people. We are talking about tens of millions of people, able-bodied men and women who are capable of working, but there is nothing to do right now. So, to them, Nigeria is now the poverty capital of the world. Nigeria is indebted to the rest of the world that it will take Nigeria more than 70 years. If Nigeria stop borrowing money and start paying our debt, it will take Nigeria 70 years to finish paying what the debt that APC have dipped you into in a space of 80 years. These are life-changing, generational changing mistakes that, you know what I mean, nobody can reverse as long as Nigeria continue to exist. So they can turn around and just tell you, like, it got so bad, his wife lives in Dubai. His wife has been living in Dubai for the past 2 years now. The first lady of Nigeria lives in Dubai. The president himself, nobody knows where he lives because he probably prefer to, he actually only visits Nigeria, and then they stay back and they have to ask him, how long are you going to spend with us this time? He said, no, I'm around. I'm not going anywhere for now. I say, thank you, sir. That's how they rule Nigeria or ruin Nigeria. Now, all of these effects are there, even though people have faith. They have faith that God will, God has a plan. And I kind of want to believe that. So, the assaultant said everybody should accept the result of your charade. Buhari is asking for forgiveness. Kolu is getting ready to be your president. So, there's so much to grasp. There's so much coming your way. And I just couldn't let this pass. So I think he also had this. Hang on. Yeah, he said you should pardon him. Eh? Nobody say you pardoning or you are not pardoning him is an issue. What is the real issue is that you are about to be handed over to another disaster. And a lot of people don't like hearing that. Sure, you get. They are always they want to be positive. Eh? See, I'm watching myself now. All of you saying that the video is blinking. I think the blinking one there is that of YouTube. The video itself should be all right. You see that part that is doing flicking? Or flickering, or what do you call it? That is YouTube. I've seen it. I can't look like an old man. Look at my jacket. This old man jacket. I got that from my in-law. She gave it to me for Christmas. Now I get that. That's annoying. That is annoying. I mean, I don't know how over 1,000 of us, 1,000 of you can sit down there and, yeah. But somebody said it's my voice that they want to listen to. So thank you. So you can help me like the video too. Okay. Like the broadcast as usual. And I promise you, it may not blink when I round up now, because I'm going to round up soon. Okay. So a lot of people believe that they are. Hang on, I'm going to do something. I'm going to get it closer to me and see what that feels like. I'm going to see if it is still blinking when it is no longer next to electronics. Let's see. It is still blinking. Now, we're going to figure this out. Thank you. I will talk. So I'm going to leave. Let me know if it is still blinking, okay? 1 sec. I'm going to leave all the lights. So I'm going to check if it is the light that is causing that, or if it's just the phone. Okay. I think it's the phone. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah. Anyway, so you are going to be handed over to Tinubu. And from what I have heard already, there's a guy called Timmy Frank. Timmy Frank is from Atiku's side. So Timmy Frank came out and he made an accusation, an allegation against the judiciary in Nigeria, which is the final. Okay. So they said that Tinubu Tinubu has provided $2 million. Is it $2 million or $200 million? You know, the way these people actually call money, sometimes I'm like, that's ridiculous. Anyway, I'll use this lowest figure. No, you can't buy a judgment for $2 million. It must be more. But let's stick to that. The fact that the allegation of bribery. Now, I would expect somebody like that to be invited to provide the proof. But he did say that. He said they heard that Tinubu is providing some millions of dollars for the Supreme Court justices. That's not news. Somehow that will be expected, even though it will also be denied. But that's why they said the judiciary is on trial. But I can tell you this, that with the framework of how they do their things, okay, except there is a court judgment that says it must not be sworn in. So according to them, they have started all the nomination and all of that. He submitted the names of his transition committee. You know what the joker is? As the top of the news that I saw, yeah, at the top they said the border agents arrested security agents in Nigeria who are transporting narcotics like crack, cocaine, and all of that. They are escorting them outside Nigeria, out of Nigeria. So they got caught at the border. So the other news now said, Tinubu nominates Marwa's daughter into his transitional government, transitional committee or something. So Marwa is the head of NDLEA. Marwa was the guy that his agency discovered over $198 million worth of crack inside a building in Ikorodu, Lagos State. The biggest drug bust, according to them, ever in Nigeria. 4 days after the news, Tinubu visited Marwa, the presidential candidate of APC, Egbekegbe. And 2 days after that visit, the video and images of NDLEA destroying evidence, even though they made arrests. And the people they said they arrested are expected to be tried for drug, trafficking, and every other law and send them to jail. But why destroy the evidence? As an agency, do you not have where you keep your evidence? And when you have to destroy them, it should be at the conclusion of the case, shouldn't it? Anyway, some said there was no evidence destroyed. They needed to leave that out there. The guys they arrested are going to be, you're going to see their media will say sentenced to this and that, but it's all lies. You will never see them anywhere in jail. This is how much people don't trust the system. Now, the whole thing is connecting together. When Nigeria become a narco state, from next month, under Tinubu, the drug dealing story, the drug boss, the drug this and that are going to become a thing of the past. You can bank on that, except those who fail to sign up under this new Capone di Tutti. Anyway, the border agents caught. I know, if you are just joining, it's blinking because I'm using my phone. In fact, it's too bad. I think, let's just call it today. I've done enough, okay? So yeah, that's part of the news I saw, and I will bring you all these details the next time I'm here. So to my friends who have joined me on TikTok, right? I'm still such a rookie on TikTok right now. But I can go live on TikTok for hours too. So all of you who don't have TikTok or you've never used it on your phone and all that, I would advise you should. And we can make that too. I want to take the ministry down there, okay? I'm sorry, I'm using my phone and we are not used to this. I'm sorry if it's still blinking, all right? Meanwhile, I will see you again. Thank you so much for that super chat, by the way. So I'll see you tomorrow, Sunday sermon, and I'll see you tomorrow evening as well, which is going to be just the return of Maiyegun. Then I can bring you all of the other ingredient that actually makes our chat quite interesting, okay? So thank you, and you have a good one. Yeah.